George R. R. Martin did an interview with Time and revealed something pretty heavy. There's different types of Wights. So in an interview with Time, George revealed a little bit more about Beric and his resurrection and how exactly it worked. He also talked about how Beric and Lady Stoneheart being rezzed and losing themselves is in direct opposition of Token, who seem to make characters come back from the dead stronger than ever. George feels that if you experience a violent traumatic death, you shouldn't come back nice as ever, and I agree with him. So in this interview with Time, he revealed that Beric is actually a Wight now. And here's the full quote because I know you want it. Poor Beric Dondarrion, who was set up as the foreshadowing of all this. Every time, he's a little less Beric. His memories are fading. He's got all these scars. He's becoming more and more physically hideous because he's not a living human being anymore. His heart isn't beating. His blood isn't flowing in his veins. He's a Wight, but a Wight animated by fire instead of by ice. Now we're getting back to the whole fire and ice thing. So this means there's at least 2 ways to create a Wight, through the other's magic, ice, and through the Lord of Light, or fire. It seems that with fire magic, the soul is put back in the body, but degradation still happens and eventually the soul goes away with it. In ice resurrection, the soul may be put back in the body and degrade as well, but the main difference is the others use their magic to control the body completely. The crazy part of this is from what George is saying and by his reasoning, Jon is actually a Wight now as well. At least in the show, but eventually also in the books. He was also brought back with fire instead of ice in the show, and likely will be brought back by Melisandre in the books in the same way. Jon being a northerner, ice will then also be combined with fire, a combination of the two which could add more weight to him being Azor Ahai. Maybe that is George's bittersweet ending. Jon is the hero. He is the prince that was promised, but every day he's alive as a Wight, he's losing more and more of himself. After saving the 7 kingdoms from the others, he could either be so lost and not himself anymore, or realize he's becoming that way, that he needs to be put down. Maybe he saves the 7 kingdoms, and then the 7 kingdoms needs to be saved from him. Just like eventually Lady Stoneheart will need to be put down as well. Now, where we want to be careful is there are many differences between the show and the books. Are D&D really going to make Jon not human anymore, have his heart not pumping blood, and slowly losing who he is? That would be shocking for fans of the show. Jon works with Dany, they fall in love, but it's revealed the price of Melisandre's magic and his resurrection. He will soon lose everything that makes him Jon. For me, personally, I would be a bit more happier with this because I've been a little bent out of shape that I feel like there wasn't enough consequences to Jon being killed and come back. Yeah, there were some and he's changed a little bit, but I feel like not enough. At least not enough for me, but when is it enough for me? But what do you guys think about this? Will the Wights respond to Jon differently this season if they go this route? And in the books, will Jon's soul not really break down if he went into ghosts? But even if his soul doesn't break down, will Jon's body not pump blood, which means he'll get his wish and he'll never be a father? And maybe that will make him a perfect match with Dany if it turns out she still can't have children either. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Like I said, this is pretty huge. A lot of us have speculated on this before, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts.